ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 19 of Electrified. I'm your host, Eric Lyons. Well, this past weekend was very interesting in the world of sports. We had the Pacquiao and Broner fight on Saturday night, and then we had NFL Championship Sunday. So today, I think we're just going to go ahead and recap, the weekend, and then I'll get you guys ready for Thurman's fight this weekend, and that's about it. So, let's start with Saturday night. Let's start with the fight. I saw a lot of people watch the fight. I'm glad they did. It was what it was going to be, what I said it would be. So I want to break that down for you. So, Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner, live at MGM Grand this past Saturday night in Vegas. And it went the way I thought it would go. It went exactly how I said it would go if Broner did what he did. And that's exactly what he did. He did not throw his hands. He didn't throw his hands. You know why he didn't throw his hands? Because Pacquiao was in his face the entire night. Pacquiao just kept coming forward. All hands, different angles. Y'all know how Pacquiao was looking. The different angles. He was just too much movement for Broner. Way too much movement. And he wasn't going to stand in front of him the whole night. He was going to move around. And Broner wasn't ready for that. He wasn't prepared for that. And it's Manny Pacquiao at the end of the day. The man is 40 years old now, but he still got it. He still got it. He took a big risk. Not a risk, but he took a chance fighting a younger opponent at this at this level. And that's why I expect, that's why I think the best fight, like I said on last week, the best fight for him moving forward after this would definitely be against Floyd. I don't think he should, take that chance of fighting anybody younger, and especially in that division. I heard murmurs of him fighting Errol Spence. Not the move, but Gervonta Davis called Pac out on Twitter, but he always tweeting, so I'm not taking that serious. But if it happens, it happens. I doubt it would. But as far as the fight goes, listen, Broner just didn't throw his hands. He was scared. He looked scared the whole fight. He got beat up. That's all it was. He got beat up. And he folded. He all this talk through training camp on the Showtime All Access. He doing it for the hood, and he taking it serious, and he gonna become a legend overnight. It all sound good on paper. It sound good. It always sound good. But I knew. Anybody with a brain knew that Broner wasn't going to win that fight. No way. And, first of all, let's just look at the stats. Total punches landed. I'm not even going to talk about jabs and power punches, but total punches landed. Broner's highest output came in the fourth round, and he landed 8 punches. 8 punches. Pacquiao's highest output was 19 punches. But Broner's was 8. Other than that, 2, 4, 4, 8, 5, 6, 3, 3, 4, 7, 3, 1. He landed 1 out of 22 punches in the 12th round. That will not win you a fight. When they go all 12 rounds like this, you will not win a fight landing 1 punch in a round. No way. It won't happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. Now, my prediction was almost wrong, and I was getting nervous because Pacquiao almost sent him to God in I think it was the 7th and the 9th round. Teed him, caught him, boom, right on the chin. One was on the temple, and one was on the jaw. And Broner showed his resiliency, and his chin. Can't take that away from him, but he got rocked. He was on his way to the Lord. God was on line 1. He just didn't pick up the phone. That's how that went. But Pacquiao was on him the whole fight. Couldn't get rid of him. Could not get rid of him at all. And Pacquiao just outboxed him, outclassed him, he just beat him up. He just beat him up. Simple as that. I enjoyed the fight, I guess. I enjoyed the fight because I knew how it was going to go. Now, after the fight, I was very, 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 very disappointed in Adrian Broner, but I was not surprised. And I think it was around the 10th round, my mom because of course, me and the fam was watching. Mom's was like, watch, he gonna say he won the fight and he beat him. I said, you right? And that's exactly what he did. As soon as the bell rang, he go jump on the ropes. I'm like, why are you raising your arms, bro? You did not win this fight. And then he gets, the decisions made. Judges give us a decision, and then he goes to talk to Jim Gray, and first thing he says to Jim Gray is, "Yeah, get your MFA over here." Very disrespectful to Jim Gray. Didn't appreciate that. And then he's just running his mouth, claim he swears up and down he beat Pacquiao. No way. And there's no way you actually believe that, but he does. He does believe he won the fight. He said he outboxed him and got him tied the whole fight. No way. No way. And then he was like, y'all just trying to get the Pacquiao and Floyd money. Bro, nobody's trying to rob you here. Nobody tried to rob you here. If anybody robbed you, it was yourself. You played yourself. You played yourself by thinking you were going to beat Pacquiao. You played yourself by losing the fight and then telling the world you beat him. And then acting a coon. He acted like a coon. I didn't think anything he said was funny. Nothing was funny to me. The way he acted after the fight, during the interview, and then the press conference, none of that was comical to me. That was just pure coonery, ignorance, and terrible. I didn't like it. I thought it was disrespectful. Adrian Broner's a clown. And if he was fighting anybody else, that fight would not have been on pay-per-view. And he may have burned some bridges at Showtime with that one. We may not see another Showtime pay-per-view Broner fight. And we probably won't. Because, first, he's going to get more fights, of course. Because that's an easy win. And he'll get it off his name. But he'll never be on pay-per-view again. Never. Because like I said, if it wasn't Manny Pacquiao, if he was fighting somebody like, if he would have fought Danny Garcia, big love for Danny. I love Danny. I wear all this. That's probably the only athlete's clothes I support because his clothes are icy. My guy DSG be hooking me up. But if that was against somebody like Danny or Sean Porter or, one of the names in boxing, but not household, you know what I mean? Not people know Pacquiao. You feel me? And this was Pacquiao's first fight back in the States. So, and back with Showtime, and it's been a while. So this was a Pacquiao. He was the A side. Broner, you weren't the A side. You don't have a right. You don't have the right to act like that after you got beat up for 12 rounds. No way. No way. I didn't appreciate it. But it is what it is. Now, as far as Pacquiao goes now, his best bet is to get a fight with Floyd. Because Floyd, old man too. And, Floyd, he ain't gonna hurt you. Like I said, he not gonna hurt you. It's gonna be a boxing match. You'll probably take the L again. And then you can go hang it up. Because these young wolves, these young hungry... Yeah, no. You don't want to see those, Pat. You don't want to see those. Now, granted, some of these fights, like I was calling for last week, might not get made. Might not get made. Now, you got guys like Sean Porter. He'll fight anybody. Not a fan of Porter. Don't like how he fights. Don't like his teeth. Don't like his face. But that's not important. But he'll fight anybody. Errol Spencer fight anybody. Terrence Crawford fight anybody. Not scared. Not scared. So, Pacquiao's best bet is to try to get a fight with Floyd. Now, fight was made between Canelo and Danny Jacobs on May 4th. That right there alone is cause for Floyd to come back. Just because it's beef with De La Hoya and Golden Boy. Y'all know that. Y'all know how that go. I can see Floyd fighting in May. Him and Pacquiao fight May. I can see them fighting on that same Saturday on Showtime. Because, Canelo will be fighting on DAZN. We'll see. But I think that's Pacquiao's best bet is to fight Floyd. We'll see if it happens. I honestly don't see Floyd coming out, but if he does, that'll be the fight he takes. And that should be, the last one, hopefully. Goodness gracious, let it go. Like these old dudes, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Nah. But no, Floyd will still get that money. That's a check. That's a check. That is a check. But congratulations, Manny Pacquiao. Thank you for making my prediction come true over 12-round decision victory for you, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Nowhere, we ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's bad boy for life.
You're hey man, where's my guy Joe Budden? If he wasn't outside when that dropped, you shouldn't even be listening to this podcast. But there's a reason, I played that to start off the segment to talk about NFC Championship Sunday. My guy, Big Flex Brady, got right on the gram after the W, and that was his W song, Bad Boys for Life. That boy Brady bad, man. Can't even be mad at him. I'm not even upset with him this time. I'm really not. I'm not upset. He did what he had to do. He did. Did he get bailed out with a call at the end of the game after, with the interception? Excuse me. Did he get bailed out with the roughing the passer? Sure. The offsides penalty? Hey, man, that's on D Ford. That's on him. That's on the Chiefs. Would the game have been over? Oh, for sure. The Chiefs were going to the Super Bowl if their man didn't line up offsides. But he did what he had to do. Tied the game. Went to overtime. Didn't give the other team a chance to get on the field. Tom Brady got that. Can't he be mad at him? I'm not. Not at all. So yeah, as you can see, we're going to talk about the Patriots and Chiefs game first. So, what I took from that is it was virtually the same game from week 6, in a way. The Chiefs, this is what happened with the Chiefs. I'm going to tell you what, the play that killed them, I said this when it happened. It was the exact same play that happened in week 6. Mahomes had missed Kareem Hunt on a wheel route, and the Chiefs ended up settling for 3, and then they would lose by 3, right? This time, it's Williams came out the back, right? Wheel route. Mahomes missed him wide open on 1st and 10. They were on like the 23 with 4 and some change left in the first half. Missed him on a wheel route. Incomplete, wide open. Overshot him. And then they would end up he would take a sack, and then they get knocked out of field goal range. No points. And they ended up losing by 6. So they lost. They leave 6 on the field and lose by 6. That's sick. That's a sick way to lose. When you play Tom Brady in the playoffs, when you play the Patriots in the playoffs, you got to play mistake-free football, man. Mistake-free football. You cannot leave any points on the field. You can't leave the game up to a chance. The refs, your defense, obviously. Yeah, that's what it came down to. That play, that hurt them. That hurt them big. But in the bigger scheme of things, if you want to talk about really why they lost, their defense got exposed. The Patriots were able to run the ball handsomely, excessively, easily ran the ball on them. Sony Michel had 29 touches, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. Even Rex Burkhead got involved with 12 touches, 41 yards. Listen, when the Chiefs don't start off to a hot start like they did all season, Chiefs were scoreless in the first half. You can run the ball on a team when you're up by 14. And they weren't able to stop it. The Patriots kept running the ball. And what did that do? Make the Chiefs defense play the run. And what does that do? Open up the pass. Who was open every third down? Julian Edelman. Every time. He ran the same route across the middle, and it was like he had a cloak of invisibility on because nobody seemed to see him until he caught the ball. Every time. And you could see it when he lined up. I could call it 3rd, 8, 3rd and 6. Manageable 3rd down, even some, 3rd and 10. Edelman getting the ball. And who got the ball? Who do we see? The red gloves. Jules was right there. But Jules wasn't catching all the balls. No. Jules wasn't the only one getting love. Gronk got involved. James White got involved. Even Chris Hogan got involved. I forgot Chris Hogan was on the team. Everybody got love. You know why? Because the Chiefs got 0 pressure. This is why the Chiefs lost that ball game. They did not get pressure on Tom Brady at all. Brady was in the pocket with a Snuggie on. He had a Snuggie. He had another blanket on just in case he got cold with just a Snuggie on. He had a nightlight. Giselle was reading a bedtime story. That boy Brady was in the pocket, chilling, comfortable, untouched, unfazed, just protected. They got no pressure at all. That was big. The run, couldn't stop the run. That was big. I already talked about Mahomes leaving the play on the field, leaving the points on the field. That was big. You gotta play all 4 quarters. You gotta play all 4 quarters. You cannot beat the Patriots and not score in the first half of the game. And it is what it is. As far as the Chiefs go, they just got outplayed. They got outcoached. Yeah, they got outplayed. Brady has done it again. The Night King. Brady is the Night King. For real. They could not get any pressure on him at all. He was back there relaxed, man. And he was hitting everybody. Yeah. Can't take nothing away from him. You can't. You can be mad all you want. You can say you're not watching the Super Bowl, but hey, he'll be there. He'll definitely be there. Even though we were robbed of the Super Bowl we needed, we got the ladder. Because on the NFC side, the Los Angeles Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I was so happy because I picked that game correctly. But I wanted the Rams to win. Now, we all know about the call. I'm not even going to talk about it because I know it's DPI. Blatant missed call right there. That was nasty. Nasty missed call. But this is how it goes. We get mad at the refs for not making a call or making a call. Either way, people are going to blame the refs. All season we've seen, games come down to, last minute calls, the refs just throwing their hat in the ring and inserting themselves in big plays. We've seen that all season long, so this wasn't surprising to me. Now, at first glance, honestly, I thought the ball was actually, in the area of being caught and, it was just contact. Ball was nowhere near them. And he just hit him. Ref was right there. I don't know why I didn't call it. And, that's not even a play where I say let him play. He just smacked him. I was like, wow. They didn't call that. Now, who was to say that the Saints finished that drive with a touchdown or run the clock? Listen, man, anything could have happened. I'm not discounting anything from happening. They got the field goal, cool. The Rams forced OT. Okay, that happened. Move on from that. I'm tired of talking about the play now. I'm tired of the fans talking about it. Let's talk about what happened in overtime. Seems like that's what everybody's going to forget, and I feel like they're not talking about it on purpose, but somebody has to, and I will. Okay, cool. Overtime comes. Y'all the Saints get the ball first. Drew Brees gets on the field. You see, Brady got on the field when he got the ball first in overtime. Brady didn't leave it up to his defense. Brady marched down the field and got them out of there. That's what Tom Brady did. Tom Brady said, nah, I'm not going to leave it up to chance. I'm not going to leave it up to my defense. I'm going to get them boys out of here on my own. Me and his offense, we're going to drive down here and get 6 and we getting out of here. We going back to Foxborough with a dub. See y'all in a couple weeks in Atlanta. We got a Super Bowl to win. Meanwhile, down there in NOLA, Drew Brees gets on the field. He can't move the ball. He throws a dud, and it gets picked off. And then they biking off the field. That should be the headline. I could care less about what happened in regulation now. If we're in overtime, it's a different ballgame. And Drew Brees didn't show up in that second ballgame. I don't know who that man was. That wasn't Drew Brees. That wasn't the Drew Brees that I know. He choked. I'm saying he choked. He did. He threw an interception in clutch time. He couldn't get his team down the field. Aaron Rodgers would kill to get the ball first in overtime. You know how many playoff games, it's been a couple playoff games Aaron Rodgers has had. losing in overtime because he didn't get the ball first after he did something crazy in regulation to get them there. So the Rams get the ball back and they finish. They lost in overtime. They let that play hurt them so bad that they couldn't get their heads right for overtime. That's on them. That's coaching. That's Sean Payton. Sean Payton couldn't even let it go. Sean Payton was supposed to get his troops together and get them ready for overtime. That's what he was supposed to do. They were supposed to get right. They were, and they didn't. I got all the love in the world for Drew Brees. I would run through a wall for Drew Brees. Drew Brees getting his team hyped gets me hyped. But that wasn't the Drew Brees I saw in overtime. That was a shell of a man who was so sick from a missed call that he couldn't get his mind right to get his team back on the field to finish in overtime. The same thing deserved to go to the Super Bowl after that. They already were defeated. They were defeated already. I don't care, But I will say that the overtime rules should definitely be changed. Even if, if the opposite team scores a touchdown on the first drive, I feel like the second team deserves to get a chance. And if they don't score, then we can call the game. But they score first, I don't like that. But it is what it is. That's the rules at this moment. So this weekend we saw two of the greatest quarterbacks ever get the ball first in overtime. One's going to the Super Bowl, and one's going to be watching it. It is what it is. Wow, that was intense. That was intense. Woo! Sheesh, that was intense. I think that's all I got for y'all, man. I think we're gonna leave it with that. We're gonna leave it with that. That was very intense. I'm sorry. Oh wait. Before I get out of here, we got Keith Thurman versus what's that boy name? Josito Lopez. He like 37 years old. He 34 years old, 37 wins, about 7 losses, I believe. He ain't nobody. It's just a tune-up fight for Thurman, for whoever he gonna fight in the second half of the year. Hopefully it's one of the title holders. So I'm not even excited about this fight. It's gonna be a disgusting fight, and it might go all 12. Who cares? Keith Thurman, fight somebody real for once, and then I'll talk to you again. But yeah, man. Dang. I'm a little tight right now. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know I don't like to get intense like this. I don't like to get tense. Woo. But that's all I got for y'all this week. I'm back same time next week, you know what I mean? So make sure you subscribe on the YouTube page. Subscribe, watch, share. Make sure you share, man. Retweet the drops, retweet the clips. Follow the Electrified Pod page. Interact with your boy. Let me know if I'm doing something right, wrong. Let me know. And just continue to support, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate everything, man. I do this for you, for the people, of course. People's champ. So with that being said, I'm Eric Lyons, and you have just been Electrified.